The UFC is absolute torture right now. So in the past year of watching UFC, if you've been a fan of any fan favorite in the UFC, chances are you've had your heart absolutely destroyed. You've been left sitting on your couch, watching your idol, your role model, your imaginary big brother, you're literally me, get separated from consciousness. You're sitting in a Buffalo Wild Wings with cold chicken tenders on your plate, seeing your hero get decimated. It's a ruthless game. And you know, people who aren't big UFC fans, they don't understand what it's like to watch your favorite fighter lose. Like, when our favorite fighters lose, they get injured every time. Like, sure, it's heartbreaking to see Lionel Messi lose, but you haven't had to watch Lionel Messi miss a free kick and then lay unconscious in the middle of the field, right? Like, you've never had to watch LeBron James lose by 2 points in the finals and then his arm gets snapped in half. But for UFC fans, we go through that every single fight night, every single event. That is our reality. It's a 50-50 chance that my favorite fighter might get brain damage tonight. It's a 50-50 chance that my favorite fighter might be permanently different tonight. And so I'm just going to pull up right now the top 15 most popular UFC fighters. We're just going to look at how have they been doing this last year. How is it being a fan of these fighters? Based on Instagram followers, number one, how has it been? Has it been torture? If you're a Conor McGregor fan, has it been torture being a Conor McGregor fan in the last 365 days? How's it going for you?
It's the biggest piece of dog shit.
In the last 365 days, he's pulled out of 2 fights. He said the N-word on Twitter. He's gotten charged with SA. There's probably more than I'm missing. Every time you see him on camera, he looks like he's high on drugs. It has been absolute torture if you are a Conor McGregor fan in 2024. Now next, Islam Makhachev. Has it been torture? It actually hasn't. It's been pretty good, except for every time you see him win, every time you see him fight, you always have to hear Dana White say, "Oh, but John Jones is the..."
John Jones is a whole nother. John Jones is...
Brother.
That's the only thing that I would say is torturous about being an Islam Makhachev fan. Now, speaking of John Jones, if you have been a John Jones fan in the year 2024, the only way to enjoy being a John Jones fan right now is to take a time machine and go back to the 2010s. It's like trying to say the PS3 is the best gaming console. Well, I mean, the PS5 does do everything the PS3 did and better and with more complex games. No. You know, some old head slamming his Mountain Dew on his IKEA desk. No, you gotta understand. Bro, you cannot be living in the present and be a John Jones fan. It's torture. It's torture. Hamzat, oh, he's having a great year. No problems here. Israel Adesanya, on the other hand, this will double as my UFC 312 recap since you guys keep hounding me. Okay, I told you in the last video, I will be out of town during this fight. You will not get a recap. But you guys keep hounding me. Maybe it's a blessing. But bruh, from now on, when I make these prediction videos, I need to take into account who is the most serious about this. Okay? And who's the most unserious. Adesanya got an eye poke and immediately started trying to clip farm like Alex Pereira. I said this in my Winter Arc video. No more emotes, Izzy. Just fight. Stop trying to clip farm. He tried clip farming with Imavov and he got freaking knocked out within like 10 seconds. He tried to poke me in the eye, but I see through his... I'm going to shrug off the ref and then give him something he can't shrug off, like scoliosis. Trust. Bro, he tried clip farming with Imavov and gets knocked out. And then in the fight before that, he tries clip farming with Dricus. He points to the ground and literally he gets choked out. I bet if I were to go back and watch the Strickland fight and the Pereira fight, I bet he was emoting also right before getting sparked in those 2 fights too. Bro, I was in the airport with my phone watching ESPN Plus and it was lagging as usual. Hey, ESPN, fix it. My phone, it was lagging as usual. Fix it. So I pause it and I give myself a little space. You know, you got to pause it, maybe rewind a little bit. I turn my phone on Do Not Disturb so the text won't come through and I won't get it spoiled. But YouTube comments are not texts. And so I'm watching the beginning of round 1. And all I see come across my screen is flying squirrel curse strikes again. Bro, I fell to my knees at the airport. I fell to my knees at Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta Airport. This is the...
It's one of the worst days that I've had in a long time.
Izzy will have the greatest camp. He'll have the greatest lead up. He'll have the perfect storyline. Robert Whittaker comes to train with Israel Adesanya and they're doing a collab podcast. Oh my gosh. It's the best, greatest first round. And then he emotes and he gets dropped, bro. It is hard it's torture being an Izzy fan, man. It's torture being an Israel Adesanya fan. Now next, Charles Oliveira. How's it been? Is it torture being a Charles Oliveira fan? To be honest, just him existing makes me happy. It just brings me happiness, honestly. Just knowing that he's still kicking, I'm cool. But then deep down, there's just this feeling that I know he'll never beat Islam Makhachev. And that is deeply troubling to me. But next, Ilia Topuria, Alex Pereira. If you're a fan of those two guys, you're having a great year. How about Dustin Poirier, though? Did he have a good year? He's kind of like Charles, where you're just happy that he's still kicking. You're happy that he's still got his head up. But if he didn't beat Benoit Saint Denis, that was kind of... How was that career looking? If he didn't beat Benoit Saint Denis last year, we'd have to be checking on him. Okay? We'd have to have him in a padded room. No disrespect. And then knowing another thing, like any fighter born within 100 miles of the Caspian Sea, he's done. He's going to take his back. He's going to take his breakfast. He's going to take his lunch and dinner, and then he's going to take his black belt. Any fighter with any kind of Eastern wrestling, bro, it's over with. Dustin Poirier, it's over with, bro. Max Holloway. Actually, let me expand this to 15. The top 15. Look at this. Are you guys having a good time? Max Holloway, Sean O'Malley, Kamaru Usman. Are we having a good time, bro? No, we're not. It's torture. All these guys got worked in their own skill set. Kamaru Usman got worked in his own... He got 10-8'd. He got 10-8'd. There's no excuse for that. And now Bilal Muhammad is cyberbullying him. Bro, like, if you're a Kamaru Usman fan, you're being tortured right now. Max Holloway was the Iron Chin, bro. People were walking around acting like he was Luke Cage. Now look at him. Now look at him, bro. His chin is fine china now. Max Holloway was at the height of his career last year. And then all of a sudden, everything goes silent. And then you just hear the freaking guitars and you see Ilia Topuria sipping tea over Max's body. And then, I mean, what are we talking about, bro? What are we talking about? Sean O'Malley? If you're a fan of Sean O'Malley, you get to see him get taken down 10 times by a midget in the sphere. He got worked in a 3D orb. And you know what's sad is I bet every time he got taken down, all the seats vibrated or something like that. Jose Aldo, robbery of the year. Not really a robbery, but he lost in the absolute worst way possible. Also, I didn't get to mention this. If you are an Alex Pereira fan, there's a very big chance that your boy is about to lose. He's about to get Mario Batista by Ankalaev. And we all know that. And we're all afraid of that. And if that happens, then yes, being an Alex Pereira fan will be torture in the year 2025. This is just rough, guys. I didn't even get to mention Volk got knocked out twice. Unconscious. Unconscious, bro. Like I said, you've never seen Kevin Durant unconscious. People don't understand. The whole when Volk got knocked out twice, guys. Twice. Head kick knockout and then knockout. Unconscious. The whole continent of Australia, every short king in the world, and every guy who likes their steak medium rare, don't talk to me for 3 to 5 days. Leave me alone. People do not understand. UFC is absolute torture. And if you are a fan of the UFC and you can stay loyal to your fighter for the long run, bro, you are a real one. People do not understand what it's like.